off, dude.
Keep going.
CC break. Turn on this.
Oh, this guy, yeah, he's squishy.
Oh, never mind.
Range. Yeah, let's see who's dumb enough. Yeah, I'm right here posted up from Sunday to Saturday night.
Oh, excuse me.
I can't move. Damn, I got body blocked like oh. And then they got a healer too. I was like, how that man come back from death? Morrisai. Got him.
Nice.
Go for Tempest next. Oh,
damn it! I thought I dodged out of that. Oh my god.
I got him. I'm hurt. Oh, I'm hurt.
Recover.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Oh,
There's four more.
A lot of range. Yep, I'm coming around this rock right here because there's range.
I'm going for the Sir Nameless.
There's a lot of range. All right, but got him. 8K heavy attack. Go for Red Horse.
Got him.
I'm getting Serenity in my back.
No.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you on 1 health. He's coming to you on 1 health.
Got him. This one. He must not get away. CJ. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, I've got another build video for y'all. This is gonna be the hammer SNS build, or as I like to call it, the anti-rend build. Now in season 8, there are a ton of debuffs that you are having to deal with the current meta going on in season 8, especially with the introduction to the new craft mod that is the heavy metal conglomerate that gives you the Sundering Stacks perk, and that perk is very strong. So I thought it would be best to make a build to counter it, if as well as mitigate it as much as possible. So starting off right away, what makes this build come together is the Jhin head wrap artifact headpiece. It's a medium helmet that gives you the shrug off intrinsic perk. Reduce the base duration of non-crowd controlling debuffs on you by 20%. It also comes with vigor. Reduce the base duration of burn, bleed, and poison by 23%. Now, this got buffed in season 8, which was a great change considering the amount of dots and as well as debuffs that we are dealing with in season 8 so far. And of course, it's got one piece of invigorated. Now with this build, we are running 3 pieces of invigorated on top of that 20% from shrug off with the Jhin head wrap artifact, giving us a total of 68% reduced duration on weaken, disease, exhaust, and that rend. And this will also be a 5-piece shuriken heals build. For our chest piece, we've got contagious upheaval to boost the damage on our upheaval by 12%, as well as hitting a target, it will transfer 2 active debuffs from ourselves to that target. So if you're dealing with a blunderbuss with Sundering Stacks that is constantly applying that 5 stacks of rend, we can easily transfer that back to the target immediately with that upheaval. It is so nice to have, very crucial for this build. And for our gloves, we got shuriken heals, health, and then that slash conditioning just to give us a little more mitigation. Now with our pants, we are rocking heavy legs with shuriken heals, Sundering Shockwave, and that piece of invigorated. Sundering Shockwave is perfect for this setup to give us that 11% rend to our target for 10 seconds from our shockwave. And then for our boots, we're rocking medium boots with hasted vigor, shuriken heals, and and invigorated. Haste and Vigor is a phenomenal perk I run on all my builds, guys. Not only does it reduce the incoming dot effects by 7%, but it also gives you that 10% haste for 5 seconds while inflicted with a dot. Just another source of movement to keep us moving freely, as well as being able to close the gap when we have those dots on us. And then for our shield, we've got the Jagged Flotsam. This comes from the Barnacles and Black Powder dungeon. It's a really nice shield. It comes with Accelerated Resolve and Keenly Jagged. My shield was able to drop with Sturdy. I highly recommend going with Sturdy if that is not on the shield already. Sturdy gives you, with Sturdy, you're able to receive 10% less stamina damage while blocking. That is very crucial to run with a round shield, since our block stamina damage while blocking isn't as high as those other shields. So just having that in our toolkit gives us the ability to mitigate as much damage as possible. And then for my main weapon, I am running Trsna. This is a really good artifact. It drops from the second boss in the Hive of Gorgons raid, and it comes with life stealing and trench and recovery. And I went ahead and put Sundering Clear Out on this to give us that 24% rend for 7 seconds when we hit him with our clear out. And its intrinsic perk, Consume, 25% life steal versus knockdown foes. Now this artifact would be even better if they changed it to stunned and knockdown foes. That would be so nice. I really think they should consider making that change for this artifact. I don't think it would make it busted. I think it would really elevate it to make it even better. To be honest, I think it's a must-need change. And then for the gem, I went with the new turquoise gem that gives you 12% armor penetration. Don't sleep on this gem, guys. I'm telling you, give it a shot. It is very strong. Now for the sword, I'm rocking Conqueror's Justice. Now, I totally understand if you guys don't have this god roll of a sword. I managed to pull this from OPR crates, guys. If you got some OPR crates lying around, it is loot bias. So if you just go ahead and change your magnify to con and only have a sword going, maybe you can get as lucky as I did. I ended up getting Sundering Stacks, Plague Crits, and Empowering Leaping Strike. This sword is phenomenal. Yes, the gear score is 684, but when we are in OPR and arena, it will scale up to that nice 700. Otherwise, we are only missing out on 2 attributes. It's not really that big of a deal. As an alternative sword, you can go with the Jackalope Antler as well. Jackalope Antler drops from the Garden of Genesis dungeon. It's very easily obtainable, and with that sword, it comes with Keen Speed and Empowering Leaping Strike. And I always go with Trenchant Rend. Trenchant Rend actually got a buff this season for season 8, so be sure to give that a try as well. And then for the gem, I went with an Arboreal Retaliate gem, Jasper gem, and the sword. We will constantly be blocking and taking damage while we are on the sword and shield, so it made the most sense. You could honestly go with an Onyx to really boost that damage and make this as your opener when engaging in the fight, but I think the Jasper is a really solid option. For our heart rune, rocking the Stalwart Stone Form heart rune. I run this on all my builds. It is very good when fighting outnumbered. Honestly, probably the most crucial heart rune to run for outnumbered PvP. For the amulet, I'm rocking Divine Slash Protection and Health. Slash Protection covers a wide variety of weapons that are really prevalent in the meta right now, and it really gives you a lot to work with when mapping out your resistances with your gems. And of course, Divine to give us that extra 10% healing from all incoming healing effects, and then health just to boost our max health by 7% of the base value. Now keep in mind, in season 8 they did nerf our base value health by 5%. So if you're seeing again, your health numbers look a little bit low compared to season 7. It is due to that change. It's going to take some time to get used to. I'm not used to it still, so I totally understand. And then for the ring, I'm going with a leeching. And then for the ring, I'm going with a leeching strike damage hardy ring to give us even more incoming healing from our attacks. And then of course we are rocking an earring with healthy toast, healing heart, and regenerating. Healing heart is a phenomenal perk, gives us a great burst heal when we use our heart rune, 10% of our max health. And then of course healthy toast as another healing option in our toolkit. As far as our resistances go, rocking 25% slash, 10% strike, 10% thrust, 25% standard damage. That is your bleed resist, which is also based on your slash damage resistance. And then 10% elemental across the board. That is with 4 onyxes and 4 opals. As far as our attributes go, rocking 350 strength, 50 dex, 50 focus, and 200 con. Now, I totally understand if you're not able to hit this attribute threshold. The key attributes thresholds you want to hit are 350 strength, 50 dex, and then you can put the rest in a con or 25 focus. But having that 50 focus, we get even more incoming healing by 10%. Moving on to the Warhammer skill tree, be sure to pause the video or take a screenshot. This is what I'm rocking for this build. I think it's a very solid setup for what we are trying to go with. And lastly, we've got the sword and shield skill tree. Be sure to pause the video or take a screenshot. This is what I'm running for this build. Now, of course, we are rocking accelerated resolve on the shield, so we are gonna make use of that by running defender's resolve. Defender's resolve is a phenomenal ability. I honestly prefer it over shield rush. Here's why. With accelerated resolve, we are able to get a lot of healing back, as well as a lot of speed to either get away from a large Zerg trying to hunt us down, or to chase down those runners that are on 5% health, or just trying to get away from you. But with the final countdown passive, the base damage is increased by 20% while defender's resolve is active. So just doing our basic attacks, that is a lot of chip damage you could be doing. On top of, if you land that leaping strike and then that upheaval, it will be doing a ton of damage. And since we have recuperation passive, we are getting another 10% to our healing as well as our regeneration. And then just some tips I could give you guys when running this build. I do like to start off with the SNS sometimes, because a lot of times people are farther away from me, you know, maybe trying to close the gap and what may have you. If we're really trying to close the gap, you can do like a light attack and a leaping strike to gain that distance. And then if we land that leaping strike and a medium weave heavy, now sometimes I do like to go immediately into the upheaval, but if I'm dealing with someone that's got a lot of dots or rends, I would like to have those applied to me right away. Now, since we are running a full like anti-rend build, they won't last long. If we want to make use of our contagious upheaval perk, we want to immediately hit them with that upheaval to transfer those dots, transfer those debuffs back to them. And then of course we've got our hammer, so if we want to start brawling with another melee user or start dealing a lot of damage, because most builds do not stack into strike resist, so immediately hitting them with that armor breaker to apply that 30% rend. And then good combo is like a light attack into a half heavy, or medium weave as I like to call it. Getting used to doing medium weaves is very, very important when running hammer. Just go ahead and practice this as soon as you see that white flash, because every time we do a heavy attack we have grit, so just getting used to that. But also a good move too is having like a light attack into a heavy, especially since if we've hit them with any form of debuff, we can then stay on top of them because we are getting that haste from one of our passives on the hammer. But since we are running Trsna, a very good combo is catch them with the shockwave into the clear out to knock them down, and then hit them with that armor breaker to get that 25% lifesteal on top of the damage we get while doing our armor breaker ability. All in all, guys, I think this is a phenomenal build, especially dealing with all of these debuffs that are currently in the meta right now for season 8. I thought this would be perfect timing to drop this build for you guys. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Be sure to smash the like button if you enjoyed, and if you are new, consider hitting that subscribe button. There will be plenty of more videos like this to come in the future, as well as almost every day over on Twitch, twitch.tv/emandidit. Download in the description. So guys, I'll catch y'all in the next one.